So I'm making this video mainly for myself, so I can put all of my thoughts into one cohesive, easy-to-follow format aside from my usual rants. I have some gripes with the gameplay demo that was shown for Halo Infinite, but before I get into that, I want to say that the gameplay looks incredible. I love the grappling hook, the advanced movement, the open world aspects, this shotgun, whatever the hell this thing is, and bruh. That! Oh, and this guy. This guy is too precious and needs to be protected at all costs.
Yep, this is death.
Before I get into the more technical things, which are really just, me things, let me just discuss the big, massive, unrendered elephant in the room. These graphics look really, really, really bad. From the way the Phantom flies, to the way the grass pops, to the way these textures, well, do that. Where's this? This, yes, this. This is what was shown 2 years ago. And now we have this. It looks like everything was made in Halo 5's Forge mode. It just looks gray and untextured and gross. Don't even get me started on the brutes.
Bruh.
Or this guy.
Bruh.
Where is he even looking? I'm really hoping that this is just a super pre-alpha build that was created months ago. And I mean months ago. So, let's talk about the timeline. I am very confused about this timeline. At the start of the demo, you see that the date is May 28th, 2560. 167 days after we lost. Okay, Google, what is 167 days before May 28th?
It is Saturday, December 12th, 2020.
Meaning we lost on December 12th, 2559. The last main Halo game, Halo 5 Guardians, takes place in 2558. After that, the last known events of Halo Wars 2 and the Awakening the Nightmare DLC take place in June of 2559, and apparently the events of the next book, Shadows of Reach, take place in October of 2559. Very close to the date that we lose. What's weird about this, though, is the fact that in the Discover Hope trailer, which was released last year, which supposedly is the beginning of this game, and takes place what seems to be almost exactly before this cutscene, Dr. Catherine Halsey is noted as last modifying John's armor on September 19th, 2561. So, what's going on here? Was that just some placeholder date in the Discover Hope trailer? A mistake or typo, maybe? Who knows, but this brings me right into my biggest gripe. This doesn't feel connected to the story told in Halo 5 at all. The demo gave me major spin-off vibes, not the continuous tone you'd find in a mainline game sequel. I mean, I guess that's the point of it not being a numbered sequel, but, we still need answers. For those who don't know, never played, or simply chose not to remember, at the end of Halo 5, Cortana's created forces were going throughout the universe and pacifying any species or colony that they could find with their guardians. Post-Halo 5 media, the books, shows this very well, particularly in Halo Bad Blood. Throughout this demo and the speech this poorly rendered brute screams at you, it seems like the created just don't exist anymore. If Cortana knew about the current conflict on this installation, you know damn well she'd send a Guardian to pacify the Banished. This leads me to believe that the whole Cortana storyline gets wrapped up in Shadows of Reach or just isn't present in this game for some reason. And, this wouldn't be the first time a main villain is taken care of in a book. My problem with this is simple. It's one thing to acknowledge that some people didn't like the direction the story was going into in Halo 5, and to then correct that in a way that fits lore-wise, but it's an entirely different thing to then just retcon that decision and start anew. That's just pure laziness. There's no hint of any other UNSC force on the ring, even going as far as to simply say we lost months ago. This has to be put in for dramatic effect. I mean, look at how many times we've been beaten over the head with the fact that we lost.
We lost. Lost everything.
The UNSC lost this war. Defeated.
Does this just mean that the rest of Blue Team have been wiped out? What about Fireteam Osiris? Where's the UNSC Infinity? I don't want another game where we're alone on a Halo ring. If I wanted that, I'd play Combat Evolved again. Now, I'm sure this isn't the case, and this is just some form of misdirection. I know 343 loves these characters, and they wouldn't just throw them away like that. But then again, we gotta remember all of the fans who cried after we spent too much time with Locke in Halo 5, or the ones who whined about the fact that they didn't get an exact copy of their precious Combat Evolved. Listen, surprisingly, I'm gonna be optimistic about this one. I love this series. If anyone knows me, they know that. Look at me with this Huragok. Look at this. I love this. I'm going to pre-order the biggest edition that these guys come up with. I'm gonna get it on Game Pass, I'm gonna get it on Steam, get me a physical copy so I can get whatever statue comes next. I want it all. I'm gonna follow this baby all the way to launch. But I want these things to be addressed. Where is the rest of this cast of characters? They can't all have just died randomly, they can't just all be these blips. The timeline discrepancies, I'd like to see how that's explained. And finally, I just want someone at 343 to give us a walk through themselves with commentary of this demo. Maybe have them explain the graphics a bit. You know, we waited so long for this, and I hate to say it, but I just feel so underwhelmed with this. Guys, this is the first video I made like this. If you like this style video, please let me know and tell me if you want to see more. I'll happily make content like this, and honestly, I can talk about Halo for hours. This has been fun. I liked, spewing my thoughts to whoever may listen. But anyway, enjoy yourselves. Don't be too let down by this. Stay optimistic. Halo's still going strong. And wear a mask. Okay, bye.